Hey, welcome to a sad little happy place. My sad little happy place, which is the parking lot of Burger King. The last video I made, I was saying that it was kind of time. I was having to move on from this particular Burger King location that I like to go to. But I'm back again this week. There was just kind of I had to. I'm being, rightly, I guess, pressured into switching banks because the bank that I've been using is 20 minutes away from, and there's one down the street, so I kind of switched over. I opened up a new account at the bank that was closer last week. God, by the way, this weather sucks. Jesus Christ, I can't even keep my eyes open. It's just so bright. It's so freaking bright. I hate it. God, I wish some clouds would roll in. Yeah, so I got opened up a new account at a closer bank, which is the right thing to do. Something that was kind of alarming. Maybe I mentioned it last time. Yeah, I did. That there was like a mystery charge for my original bank that I had been using, and it turns out it was for like this web domain that I've kept active, and they said that I had like all these extras on it, like multiple emails, and so it was like $200 where it should have been 25 or 29 bucks. And they were going to give me a refund, but it was going to be like 5 to 7 business days. So of course it came back into the old account, so I had to come here today, twist my arm. I can't. I mean, I have to admit, I'm excited to be able to come back to this Burger King. I'm sure it'll be a complete letdown. I felt like it was poetic that Guadalupe was at the window last week, and this week I'm sure it's going to be, some new person I don't know, and this will be the the actual farewell is always worse than I remember when I got. There was this this restaurant I worked at for like 7 years, and I don't know. There was, yeah, my last day is well, not that I needed a big hurrah or anything. It was kind of weird because, like, I was, I don't know. I guess I kind of was maneuvered into like a head server type position, or whatever. But I think I was getting a little bit of senioritis or whatever when I knew I was on my way out in the last month. And I told one of the managers, but one of the assistant managers, I guess I didn't tell him specifically. I assumed that he knew somehow. I don't know. It was, he wasn't really aware. And there was this other guy who was kind of like, had been there for a while as well. And it just seemed like he and that assistant manager were kind of, talking or something like, hey, Nathan's been slacking a little bit. Let's move me into this position. And it was frustrating because I obviously was trying to make the same money, and I was like the closer. So I would make kind of like the last few tables of the night money, and the last couple of days I was getting cut. Before, earlier, and I was like, oh, what's going on? And it was just kind of like nothing was being said, but just things were being done. It just seemed shifty. Yeah. And then the last day, it was just like really just blatant, and to the point where it was just ridiculous. And that was my last day, and I kind of felt like the assistant manager was going to have a talk with me, like, hey man, you've noticed there's been some changes. Yeah, we're putting, so and so, he's going to be taking the section that you always use, and that you always have, and he's going to be closing, I just think it's for the, you know, I mean, it seemed like a conversation was like that was going to happen. And so I walked up to him after the, you know, like when it was time, and he kind of was like, had a look like, all right, we need to have a talk. And then I said, hey man, hey, well, this is my last day. He was like, what? And I said, yeah, this is my last day here. He's like, oh, what? And I'm like, yeah, I thought you knew. I told, the other manager, but anyway. And he was like, oh, okay. I mean, he seemed like a weird mixture of confused and relieved that he didn't have to have a conversation or something, because, I guess he knew that it would be, that maybe I'd be kind of hostile about it, or that's what he was anticipating. So that's how I left, and I just kind of walked out the door, and I told that other guy who, we were buddies, but, whatever. But I was a little irritated that it seemed like there was kind of a little low-grade restaurant industry conspiracy going on, and I said, yeah, man, this is my last day. And he was like, oh, shit, okay, well, I mean, it was just so lackluster. Well, I didn't mean to go off on that. Fuck, I got totally lost in that. I guess that's what I'm here for. I mean, I don't know if... I have no idea if that's of any value to anyone, entertainment or otherwise. So I guess the point is that I'm not... I mean, it was a horrible point. I'm thinking, like, this is going to be like a lackluster farewell to this Burger King location. It's a show on the road. Oh boy. Yeah, I cannot believe that. I mean, there's a really dumb thing to talk about. Oh man. God damn. This is not a dumb thing to talk about here. Oh my god. Univers Zero. God, I love Univers Zero. I've been listening to Univers Zero a lot lately. Univers Zero and Present. I talked about Present in my last video. They're both Belgian progressive rock bands from the late 70s, early 80s. They man, it's such heavy stuff. It's really just dark and heavy stuff. I mean, some of the heaviest. They use a harmonium on this album. Well, they use a harmonium on a lot of their albums, but it's been making me think, like, man, I think the harmonium is like the heaviest instrument. I really do. This song, here, I'll show you the album. I mean, look at that. Look how heavy that is. Doesn't that look heavy? That's so... This is from 1979. I mean, the dude in the wheelchair. It's like he's like the heaviest guy. He's like the heaviest guy in music, I think. I mean, you've got a guy wearing like goggle sunglasses, with a beard, with like a cane, in a wheelchair. I don't know what he plays. I don't know what his name is, but I mean, it's like he's just like, I don't give a fuck. This is such good stuff. And I feel like this is, I guess it's weird because I feel like this is the music I deserve to listen to right now. I want to enjoy listening to music, but I feel like I can't. A lot of the stuff I like to listen to is a little more, like upbeat, exciting, like energizing, like getting me pumped in some kind of way. But I feel like I don't deserve that. I don't deserve to feel that way. So it gets complicated, you know. What do you listen to? I've never been that kind of person that just, you know, listens for a mood necessarily, or just, you know, kind of says, well, I mean, I guess I do to some degree, but, you know, yeah, this is, I feel like, this, you know, Belgian, it's also called RIO, which is Rock in Opposition. It's just kind of avant-garde, experimental, progressive stuff, and here, I'll shut it off now. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, it's just the stuff that I mean, I feel like I can enjoy it, and it's complicated enough and dark enough that, you know, it's almost like a enjoyment, a punishing enjoyment. Not that I don't like it. I mean, I love it. It's just it's like, okay, where you're at right now in life, you know. This is the kind of music you need to be listening to in order to pass the time, enjoying yourself in that way. This is all you get, and I'm fine with it. I want that. That's what I want. Okay. You know what I liked? I liked it back there. Let's back up a little bit. This is the hair. Where is it? There it is. It's Burger King. Oh, you know what? That's not even gonna show up because the timestamp on the video is, it's not even gonna. It doesn't work. That never works. Whatever. Probably won't even fucking use that as a thumbnail. Alright. Let's order this shit.
How can I help you?
Hi, I have a survey code.
Give me 1 second.
Don't recognize the voice.
Hi, can I help you?
You have a survey code?
Okay.
9487. Yes, I think that.
Alright, I got your order. Anything else?
No, that's fine. Thank you.
Nice one.
Thank you. You know what? I'm not gonna remind him about the fries this time. I wanted to so bad. Like, oh, remember to burn the fries. But you know what? I feel like it doesn't. It rarely works out that way when I do that. So maybe this time. That's a weird truck. Battery truck. Hi. Oh, sorry. Here you go. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. It's Guadalupe. Look at this weird truck. It's low slung. This truck is low slung. All right. Oh my God. What to talk about? No Mountain of Ice. Long gone. Long gone. Mountain of Ice. Oh Jesus. Why did this pop in my head? Oh my God. This is terrible. What just popped in my head? Something that happened at work last night. God. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, I went to the restroom, used the restroom, and there was the two urinals were being taken up. One was by it looked like a 5-year-old, 4 or 5-year-old boy. Yeah, like a 4-year-old girl is going to be standing in a urinal in the men's restroom. Oh Jesus. Yeah. Okay. So a 4 or 5-year-old boy, and this old man. He's an old man. And the 4-year-old boy or 5-year-old boy was, it's like his pants were dropped further than, he didn't have just the front of his, he didn't have his fly undone, and maybe he was 6. Anyway, yeah. He didn't have the fly. It was like, it just dropped down like mid. What is this? Thigh. And the old guy was like jimmying around, with his jimmy and stuff, and just like shaking it and stuff, and you know how old guys do. There's extra work or extra maneuvers being done, and then the boy like looked over at him at one point, and I was just thinking like, wow, this is like the only circumstance where like an adult can pull down their pants in front of a child, and vice versa, where nobody says anything. Well, I guess they say something. They would say something if things got questionable, but it's just funny. I just thought it was like funny that there's this situation that pops up that and it's like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, where a kid could just look at some guy's dick, and anyway, I guess it was just I guess the scene was kind of cracking me up a little bit, but yeah, enough about that probably. Man, yeah, this really is my one Diet Coke of the week. I've not had another Diet Coke this week, and boy, does it taste good. Something else that happened at work. Sorry, this popped in my head. There's a guy. He's a food runner, and he's younger. He seems to like music a lot, and the playlist is like a typical kind of 80s playlist. Sorry, I thought it was Guadalupe, but so he's always trying to whistle with whatever it is that's going on. He knows some tunes and stuff, but he's tone deaf, and so everything is just like a monotone whistle. So like, I Can't Go For That by Hall & Oates was on, like, I can't go for that, no can do, that thing. And whatever it is, it's, there's always like a melody. He seems to be interested in like tricky melodies and stuff, and like he's like wants to whistle it, but it's just, there's no notes. It's just like, it's just like Morse code. Or like a police whistle, just somebody trying to play a song on a police whistle or coach whistle. I guess they're the same thing. So I don't know. It was really funny. He really seemed to be like getting excited at work last night. You know, with tunes that were playing, and just like. It's like, God, this is fucking Morse code. Thank you. No thanks.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. I think that would be my thumbnail. All right. Let's do a golden crunch check. Oh, these look. You know, maybe I've just got to keep my mouth shut. Maybe they're like, that's the equivalent of them spitting in my food. In addition to them spitting in my food, maybe that they just say, you know what? He asked for extra crispy fries. Let's take them out of the fryer sooner. These look like they're going to be so good. Let's see here. 10 out of 10 golden crunch. God damn. That is a golden fucking crunch. In flavor. That's a golden flavor. Oh boy. Let's see here. Oh man. I mean, hear that? That is a golden crunch. Motherfucker. This is a golden crunch. Fuck. What a golden crunch. What a golden crunch. Alright. Man, come on. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. No whammies. Oh, yeah. Rogue lettuce. Rogue lettuce. Rogue lettuce. Look at this rogue lettuce. Okay. Oh boy. Look at that. Fuck yeah. All right. Next time, I guess a different location.